Hello, friends. I hope you're having a splendid weekend. Welcome again to AM Online TV One with the Great Oracle. First, let me thank those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel so far. Thank you for your subscription. For those who haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button now and turn on your notifications. Since my last video analysis, I've been asked two fundamental questions. Firstly, will the Northern Power Blocs do right by supporting a Southern candidate in 2027? And secondly, would there be a Northern political handshake across the Niger? Or put simply, in considering the historical animosity between the North and the Southeast, would there be some rapprochement between both geopolitical regions, the North and the Southeast, in 2027? Let me deal with the first question, and I'll come to the latter question subsequently in some editions of this channel. Firstly, will there be some rapprochement between the North and South going forward to 2027? Will the Northern Power Blocs support a Southern candidate in 2027? My answer will be with some reference to history. Here, what I mean is this: history will become our aid. In 1999, when we returned to civil democracy, the Northern Power Blocs backed General Olusegun Obasanjo to the hilt, and he became the president of Nigeria. But prior to 1999, in 1993, the Power Blocs from the North, headed by late General Musa Yar'Adua, backed Chief MKO to the hilt, and he emerged president of Nigeria subsequently. And if you go forward a little to 2011, following the death of Yar'Adua, there were all sorts of confusion across our country, and there was no determinacy on who will emerge the president of Nigeria following the death. There were sections of Nigeria that rejected the vice president who became the acting president in becoming president of Nigeria. But the Power Blocs in the North emerged at that historical point and backed President Jonathan. Jonathan emerged the president of Nigeria, subsequently. What was central to the backing of Jonathan in 2011 was the so-called agreement reached by the Power Blocs and President Jonathan. As a matter of fact, Jonathan visiting, I think, Tanzania in late 2011 made allusion to the existence of that agreement. But unfortunately, the fulfillment of the agreement was only in breach in 2015. That created a scenario that we saw with Northern political blocs backing away from Jonathan and fully backing General Buhari, who emerged president of Nigeria. Where in 2025, moving forward to 2026 and 2027, the power dynamics in our country have changed. The realities are presently shifting. Political conditions across the chessboards of our country are also shifting. So the fundamental question, which people have asked me privately, concerning all of this, will the Northern Blocs back a Southern presidential candidate in 2027? Consider the fact that the sitting president at the moment is from the South. And there's this conventional, rotation of power, which allows the South, with it having power at the moment, to serve out a second term. If you look at what happened in 2011 with an agreement reached by Jonathan and the Power Blocs, on the basis of that agreement, supports were given to President Jonathan. But the breach of that agreement in 2015 created a movement away from Jonathan. So going forward to 2027, I think, and this is my opinion, if the North is really interested in ensuring that power remains in the South for 4 years, and the power blocs are able to hammer out some political agreement, the possibility exists that these power blocs will support a Southern presidential candidate. But we're in Nigeria, where politics is what it is, where things don't ever seem the same, where power in its essence, in its form and nature, has its own elixir, that those who drink it, are intoxicated by it. So the possibility exists that whatever agreement that is hammered out, will have to be ramified by whoever is the beneficiary of the agreement, keeping fidelity to it. At some point within the week, I'll come to the latter question about the political handshake of the North across the Niger with the Southeast, or some sort of political rapprochement, considering the historical animosity between both groups, and provide some answers to it. Once again, enjoy your weekend, and please have a splendid week.